Hello, everyone. It's this week's stock update. I'm Jem,
I'm Cons.
and we are two bros interested in finance. As this is the stocks episode, as this is how we do things all the time, I'll give you the lead and you lead us to the place wherever you want to take us to.
Yeah, last weekly update of the year. Let's hit the GetQuin. Year to date performance aggregated 45%. A really great performance from both of us. Mine is at 51%, and yours is at 40%. So we have a really great performance this year. We talked about this in a different video, which will be released as well before the new year. Um, but yeah, amazing performance. We outperformed all major indexes by more than double in some cases. So year to date, S&P 500 had 16.49%, and the Nasdaq had actually 20.74%. So I don't know what else to add. Amazing performance. What you gotta say? Amazing picks.
Lovely.
Lovely, right? Lovely,
Yeah.
lovely. No, I think it was a really great year. I think the stocks we picked, let's just go over it quickly. Top performers, of course, AMD, Google, ASML, Bank of America, which doesn't get too much credit, I believe, Amazon, Netflix, and then the two black sheeps, Evolution and Novo Nordisk. But still, we did really well, even with one stock in the red heavily, minus 40%. We still performed really well, and most of our companies, no complaints, no complaints. In a year
Yeah.
where most
Yeah.
hedge funds didn't even outperform most indexes. So yeah. Um, if you have anything else to add to this.
I actually don't have anything to add. I'm just glad that we had a beautiful year and we didn't release a video with our 2026 stock picks, which we will release soon, in my opinion. I just hope that we'll have an amazing year next year as well, so we can just like essentially prove ourselves to the world of YouTube and also to ourselves essentially too.
Yeah, I think that's the most
Like
important, right?
at this point, like because we started this not as in like, oh, let's get famous, let's get this or that, but like this kind of turned into a diary for us to see what we are doing since we like, I don't want to say officially because we started investing for a while ago, but like as in like seriously like giving 110% for investing. So it's kind of like a diary. If we get like a lot of subscribers, it's going to be nice as well. But like, we just had a good year, and I hope the good years keep coming.
Yeah, exactly. I think you hit it perfectly on the nail on the head here. Like it's
Hmm.
like proving ourselves, right? Let's do this again for
Hmm.
2026. We had a great year 2025, and this whole keeping it as a diary, I think, is really useful to also like keep your investing mind in the same direction that you started out at. This is what we want to do. This is how we want to invest, and this is what works clearly, at least for this year. Of course, the proving needs to be over 5 years or 10 years. And like you said, we didn't make this to become famous financial advisors, but just like, I don't know, logical and smart thinking or smart investment choices will give you great returns and outperform the indexes, right? So yeah, I think I think otherwise regarding this, I have nothing to add. Really hyped for 2026, that's for sure, and our stock picks, which I think we will release on Christmas for on 24th.
Most likely, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so have a look at this, guys, I guess. I would continue with a little side story from the last 2 weeks. And it was Oracle's earnings, and Oracle had a really tough last 3 weeks. It's been pretty much falling knife, and I mean, Oracle isn't really a stock that we really talk about too much, but it is a large cap in the tech industry, and it's very involved in the AI industry and the whole AI hype. And of course, right now the main issue is this insane amount of debt that Oracle is facing. And I think it was really shown in the previous earnings, which weren't too bad, to be fair, but they just showed that the debt is a problem for Oracle, and I think the investors don't like it. And yeah, I think that's just this is why I hate debt, and I think the companies that I choose are rather low on debt. In if you really look at Oracle, it's drowning in it. In my opinion, it's nothing really interesting right now. Uh, but yeah, what do you think in general?
The Okay, no, I'm just trying to get my words around. Um, so companies like Oracle, we knew about Oracle. We knew that it was a big company. We knew that it was an important company and everything. But when like, just because the company is good doesn't necessarily mean that the stock price is going to go up, right? That doesn't necessarily mean that. And I think Oracle is one of those companies for me. Good company, everything is fine, important company, their services are not bad and everything, but the company itself, it just doesn't give me any confidence for me to be able to invest in it. It's assuming in debt, free cash flow
Yeah.
is bad. Like, I think the only time that I was wrong about this instinct was with Nvidia. Nvidia was the only stock that just like crushed my thinking about investing in everything. That like, even though PE was so high, even though the sentiment, like they just surged instantly for too long, for too much. But yeah, so Oracle, I think, is one of those companies, and like what I feel about those companies, this tend to happen. They just like drop tremendously without giving any notice. It's just like a bad investment. So this is what I think about Oracle.
Yeah, talking about Nvidia quickly, Nvidia had a huge PE ratio, but during that time it was justified. Of course, it was a risky investment, right? It's always risky
Mhm.
if a stock is overvalued. But they had the growth and they proved it, and with the earnings, beating earnings even till now, right? And I think the PE ratio is like around 30, 35 right now for Nvidia. But if you look at Oracle, like
Yeah,
I mean, Oracle is such a large cap company, and in general, I think it's great. But like overlooking like our financial tool we use, Qualtrim, I can just see the company makes 12 billion, right, quarterly revenue, but has over 120 billion of debt, you know? So when the revenue can't even match the quarterly debt, for me that's already a huge red flag, right? And
yeah,
and
yeah,
I don't know where their cash is going. I know they're building shitloads of data centers, and they've postponed the data centers as well, like the building construction of it. So of course that's a huge just a huge red flag. But yeah, but I think that's been a problem for Oracle for the past 5 6 years. You can see the debt has been
yeah,
increasing, and I think it was just overdue. The company is trading at a current PE ratio of 35, so it's not even undervalued. Yeah, for me, not really interesting. Too much debt. Yeah, a problem company, I think, in my
yeah,
opinion, a problem company.
yeah, yeah. No, I agree. I agree.
Yeah. If you have nothing to add, I would move to
No,
next topic quickly, and actually stock for 2026 for both of us, I guess. I've bought some Mastercard in the last 2 weeks, and I just got, I don't know, it was a quite kind of quick decision from my side. It wasn't long. I think it stayed like a month before that in my watch list. And yeah, I just got hooked. I like Mastercard now. Mastercard, my new favorite stock. Um, yeah, I just think. I mean, we've talked about this in the 2026 video as well, but I'm just gonna repeat it. I think it's the perfect product. It's a card. Everybody has it. Everybody uses it every day. Millions, even billions of transactions, right? Around Christmas time now as well, so people use their Mastercards, they're everywhere. And think it's not going anywhere. I think it's pretty decent with the same as Visa. I wouldn't mind if you buy Visa tomorrow and tell me I bought Visa. I would say, great buy. You can't
Yeah,
go
exactly,
you can't go
exactly.
wrong. I just think Mastercard is historically a little bit more attractive right now, and yeah, that was my overall Mastercard. Just beautiful company. Quite bullish. I can see definitely 30% next year for this company, and
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, that's why I bought it. Tell me what you think. I mean,
No,
I,
I 100% agree with you, and I think you're right. So this is what we have right now. It is what it is. I think two good buys, and I think Mastercard has a better growth potential than Visa. But yeah, let's see.
yeah. Yeah, I know.
Hmm.
In the short term, I'm also more bullish on Mastercard, but overall, if you keep holding it for the next 5, 10 years, I think you're gonna get quite similar returns. But yeah, I think I mentioned this in the 2026 video as well. But it's a nice counter, to the whole AI and technology as well. It's a money maker. It just does the transactions, and the cards, right? That's the business. So I feel like when the AI bubble, if there is a bubble, and if it's popping right in 2026 potentially, who knows? Never, nobody knows. Um, this is a nice side investment that can protect your portfolio, and
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
100%, 100%. I agree.
But otherwise, I don't have much else to talk. Earnings is quite empty, right? We have nothing going on
Hmm.
with the end of the year. We had some Nike earnings actually yesterday, but nothing really worth talking about. And towards the end of the year, obviously, there's nothing happening as well. The only thing I would ask you, man, what's your projection? What's your idea for 2026? What you're expecting from the market in general? First half,
So,
second half, maybe.
yeah, so S&P 500, correct me if I'm wrong, but wait, I'm just waiting for. So correct me if I'm wrong, but year to date it's like 16, 17% in plus
Yeah.
S&P 500.
Mhm.
And last year in 2024, this was like around 20%. Please correct me if I'm wrong as well.
Mhm.
Um, so because of that, I think we are going to have a market next year that is not going to be as strong as this year. And yeah, this is what I think. And because of that, in my opinion, next year is going to be tough again. Not again, but like it's going to be tough because this is just like how it is. Um, and hopefully we'll just figure out how to stay strong in this market. And next year, I think like right now it's like 17%. Let's say that it's going to reach 18% by the end of the year, which I don't think that is going to happen. But I don't think that next year we are going to have more than like 12, 13% plus in market. I'm not saying that we are going to stay in like single digit percentages in terms of increase. I think it's still going to be double digit, but it's gradually decreasing. And I think it's one of those years, like 2026 is going to be one of those years that we need to be careful
Mhm.
with our stock picks, which I believe that we were careful. You'll see it in the other video. So yeah, but next year I think it's going to be less good of a year. And yeah, that's it. But this can be changed tremendously with new Fed chair. Because Trump keeps saying that there's going to be this new Fed chair that is going to be more, who's going to be more lenient on cutting interest rates. So that can change the sentiment quite tremendously. I've used tremendous a lot, quite significantly. So yeah, that's what I think.
When your English teacher asks you to use more words. um,
Literally, I'm just getting my lexical resource better.
but yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I think the I'm just gonna follow up on that Fed share quickly. Um,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
uh, in overall, I think it's a bullish thing to happen,
Yeah.
but in the short term of the Fed share, which I kind of share Tom Lee's, our favorite dude, opinion,
Mhm.
as he said that it will cause like short-term drama, like in this kind of vibe.
Yeah, yeah, of
There's
course.
a change in the Fed chairs, and then automatically the market is not gonna like it. But overall, in the long term, after 3-4 months, they already forget there's a new Fed chair, and the market keeps rolling.
Yeah,
So this is my kind of idea. I guess for the first half of 2026, I'm a little bit careful. I'm not really that bullish. I think we're already seeing it now, and I've told you like, oh, rather now, right, this correction than in 2026. And I think like the S&P 500 this year had a great year. If you really think about it,
yeah,
above 15% is a great return. Doesn't happen so many times. So it's a great double-digit year, but the thing is, many people didn't expect it, right?
yeah,
As so many people expected the bear market, the AI bubble pop. Nothing happened. The market had about 15%, and I think this kind of momentum that people expected this bad year can kind of like run into a bullish 2026, at least for the second half. So that's why I'm a little bit more bullish for the second half, and a little bit bearish for the first half. But yeah, I mean, you said we will still see maybe double digit, right? S&P 500 for 2026, and if we see double digit for the S&P, I'm still happy, man. That's a great year. Double
yeah,
digit
yeah,
is a great year, and yeah, of course, I hope that our small amount of stocks that we picked will outperform the S&P and the indices in general. I think that's the main goal, right? So even if the S&P 500 has a bad year, hopefully our stocks will endure and have a good year. Um,
yeah, most likely.
but yeah, so this is my opinion. Bearish for the first half a little bit, but definitely bullish towards the second half. I'm definitely hoping for a green year. That's also my general consensus for 2026. Um, might be slow, might be not as intense as this year. Hopefully more chilled out. That's what I'm hoping for. We had a lot of drama this year. Tariffs, all this stuff with China, trade war, chip war, AI bubble fear. If one news left the room, the new news just came in straight away. Like it didn't stop. So I hope we will get more chill in the stock market. Boring stock market is a good stock market, in my opinion.
Yeah,
So
yeah, exactly. Boring stock market is a
yeah,
good stock market. It
yeah,
means that things are going well. As the moment there is drama, nah, nah,
yeah, for
nah,
real.
we don't want that.
No, no,
We want
no.
stability.
But yeah, otherwise, I have nothing else to add except watch the 2026 stock pick video of ours, which will come on Christmas night. Christmas, yeah, watch it. And
Yeah,
otherwise, yeah, if you have anything else to add, bro,
I don't have anything else to add. If you're done with your side, we can end it.
I think we're all good, bro. We're
Perfection.
all good.
Okay. So thank you guys for watching. This was 2026, 2025 stocks video and also the weekly update. You guys know the drill. Like, subscribe, share. Your grandma, your grandpa. Catch you guys in the next episode. Bye bye.
In the next year. Ciao, ciao.